But Mulholland,
Hello.
you're all wrapped up with some cheap-ass crew, but not that one. How are you and your friends hanging? You doing the dollar millionaire kind of menu or what?
No, I'm too rich for that.
All right. Oh shit, moving on up. You a Chick-fil-A kind of man.
Moving up onto the east side.
Oh, Mr. Jefferson, I almost did a racial stereotype voice, but I stopped myself in the middle.
Good.
I already made one offensive joke. Yeah. You know what it was, and I'm not going to make any more. Does anyone remember the show The Jeffersons?
I'm assuming that most of this crowd is too young.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. The Jeffersons were good. I used to watch reruns of, like, all of that shit. Like, I Dream of Jeannie, The Jeffersons, fuck, what else? Gilligan's Island was a good one. Bewitched, for sure. A lot of I Love Lucy.
1955?
We got any Lucy heads in the house? Any Lucy? Hello? Would it be offensive to do a Ricky Ricardo impression?
Yeah, it would, because you're white.
Yeah, and I need to check. Well, we'll leave it at that.
You need to check your,
I gotta check my email later. Mulholland. Enough triggering for one day. These jokes are too easy. That's why we don't make them.
No! Last week, you started to talk about Gunpla.
Oh yeah, do I say that right? Gunpla?
Yeah, Gunpla.
Yeah, it sounds wrong. It sounds like you fucked up and typoed.
It's Gundam.
Wait, this is
plastic.
new. I never had to catch Dusty before. Sorry, I'm very excited about my cat friend, okay? Oh no, wait, this isn't new. I just never got this far. This is all coming back to me now. Yes, we were talking about Gunpla.
So it was funny that you mentioned it, because the thing that you talked about with the series was Wing, and Wing
was the political one that bored the shit out of me.
Well, the other weird thing about Wing is, besides every series of Gundam has always been very political, but Wing catered to, did cater to like female viewers by having a bunch of young, like 14-year-old
hot,
boys.
manly, like six-pack, rip. All those very...
No, 14-year-old boys.
Yeah, but they were very, like, androgynously, like, very narrow chest. I mean, much like myself. Like,
yeah, they had, like, a very girlish figure about them.
Collects girl figures, has girl hair, skinny girl body kind of thing. I can relate, dude.
Yeah, so, fuck that shit. You should watch some real Gundam.
Wow.
Where people getting vaporized.
By the Zaku? Yeah.
I mean, like, what I would recommend to most people to watch is some of the OVAs, because, I mean, most people don't have time to watch a 50-episode series.
Well, I would like to see some of the, like, original stuff.
I really enjoy watching the original series, but it's from 1979, and it definitely shows.
Yeah, I know, but, like, I'm kind of a fan of the older style. Like, I mostly watch 80s anime.
Okay,
then... mostly 90s, but I have kind of an affinity for that really retro look. But so, I think that the original would be interesting, I should say. To me.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because it came up a lot with, like, a lot of the concepts for modern day mecha. Like, even Evangelion took a lot of the concepts.
Like, the design and the way a pilot fits into a Gundam is kind of the first I ever saw that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the real robot, instead of having, oh, look at me with my gigantic fucking robot that's like 100 feet, like 100 stories tall.
Yeah, it's like realistically like some engineers on the fucking warehouse downtown built this thing.
Yeah, I mean, Gundam kind of came up with the idea of the kid being resistant of fighting in a war, and their father creating the robot and forcing them into the situation.
You're giving away plot points. Are we spoiling?
It's in the first episode.
Oh. Okay, well shit, I haven't seen that one yet. Damn it. I've also heard Unicorn's pretty good. And I think that this little cutie.
I mean, my problem with Unicorn.
Is this little cutie from Unicorn? Is he a uni Gundam?
Oh, ow!
Is like the problem with modern day mecha is its use of CGI. Like the CGI in it isn't very good.
What about rotoscoping? Is that okay?
Yeah, rotoscoping's pretty good when it's used appropriately. Sometimes it can look a little jarring since it's way too fluid for animation.
Okay.
Like for what they're trying to do.
Yeah. I mean, I love in End of Evangelion when you get to that rotoscoping technique with the Unit 2 battling the US or the JSDF.
Oh yeah, that was really good.
But I mean, it just depends on what you get, to move your mech around. And an old school hand animator who kind of perfected and created the way mechs move. Yeah, there is something to original animation. I don't mind the CG stuff in some. Like I really like the Appleseed movies, and the last 3 have all been CG. I'm pretty sure, but I don't mind those.
Yeah,
but
recently, Gundam had it's having an OVA of trying to go over the backstory of one of the original characters, Char. He's the guy with the mask, and there's a little bit of CGI since the main concentration isn't the mobile suits, but good God, it looks really terrible. It looks completely out of place.
Huh?
Because everything else in the background is. Like the character designs are amazing because the guy who wrote this manga, which it's based off of, he did the original character designs back in 1979.
Really?
Yeah, and
awesome.
He wrote a 20 volume series that just finished being translated in America.
Okay. Gundam seems to be one of the forefathers of the genre, so I know I owe it to myself to do my research eventually. It's just something that I never really have gotten to.
Well, it's the way I've always heard it been put is Gundam is basically Japan's version of Star Wars. That's how influential it is in society. Like you might not be that much into the series, but you know who Char and Amuro are.
Okay. Char and Amuro. Duly noted.
But, if you don't want to watch a 50 episodes, the original series, which is, almost 50 episodes, or just to give something a try...
Yeah. I mean, Endless Waltz was my favorite part of Gundam Wing, so that was just the OA, or the movie or whatever, but is there stuff like that you could recommend?
Yeah, so there's several timelines, so it gets kind of confusing, but the main timeline which Unicorn is in is Universal Century. Mm-hmm. So from Universal Century, I would either watch War in the Pocket,
Stardust in the Memory. Pocket. Where can I find these? Torrents? You can say.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to find torrent-wise.
Hey, listen. Are you listening?
Yes.
Okay. You can say. It's okay.
Torrents, yes. I mean,
Mom. So just fucking leave us in the basement. We're using torrents. God damn it. Say the name again. I'm writing it down.
So it's War in the Pocket.
Yeah.
And then, if you want one of the best animated Gundam series, watch Stardust Memory.
Oh, I think I've seen that.
It the story gets kind of bad, towards the end of it.
That sounds familiar. Maybe I'm thinking of something else, though.
The amount of, the way it's animated and the amount of shading, because that's, a thing that's definitely declined in anime.
Okay.
But it's probably one of the best.
In your opinion, shading is declined? Okay.
It's the use of color.
Okay, alright. Well, I mean, how it worked back in the day for me, I just used to rent anything that was anime at the video store, and I would record them all onto VHS, and over the time period, I came across some Gundam stuff. Yeah. So I wonder if I've seen that. That name sounds familiar. You might have,
since, it came out in the early 90s, and I know that it was, there was a dub back in the 90s.
Gotcha. One of those Pioneer dubs.
And then the last series I would probably recommend that's pretty short too. It's a more grounded Gundam series, if you can call it that. It doesn't have any of the magic bullshit in some of the series.
Oh, magic
It's just
bullshit?
about grunts. Well, there's new types who have like psychic powers, but this is just about grunts. Like people call it the Vietnam War type series of Gundam.
Okay. See, I'd like one that was about just not the fucking politics shit on the like. I feel like Gundam Wing was a lot of like time spent in talking to like
Politics,
bureaucrats
yeah,
and people in court, and yeah, it was just fucked.
Okay, if you want no politics, almost no politics, it's the politics are just in the background. You don't really need to know what the hell is happening
I'll
with
watch
that.
fucking House of Cards if I want politics.
08 MS Team.
08 MS Teen?
Team. TEAM.
MS, Multiple Sclerosis Team. I got it.
Yeah, so that's the Vietnam War one, and it's just about Gundams, like mobile suits fighting in Southeast Asia during the 1 Year War.
MS Team. Wow. Mobile suit in a jungle setting.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Whoa, do I kill people if I accidentally do that?
One of the amazing things about this series is a guy actually takes out a Zaku not in a mobile suit.
Whoa.
Which rarely ever happens.
Hand-to-hand Zaku destruction.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, you've got me sold. I'm going to check it out, Mulholland.
Alright.
And I thank you for your call, and I thank you for your patience.
You're welcome. Have a nice night.
I will, Mulholland. I'm going to play you out. I'm going to let you meditate on this song. Just chill out, listen to this, and we'll be right back. I'm going to take this mission. We'll get it going, folks. Just chill out to this, Mulholland. Just chill. Ready? Kind of like moan to yourself.